I'm going to be playing Scar of the Doll. Ningyo no, can't read that kanji. It's one that kind of popped up on my radar, from Degika Games. They're the ones that do, my controller shut itself off. Can't think of it right now. RPG Maker, all that stuff. Shmups. They have piles of shmups. They released Castle of Shikigami recently. This one caught my attention because it seemed to be more like a murder mystery kind of visual novel. Maybe it might be paranormal, maybe not. Maybe that's the mystery. So, I just wanted to kind of like show off this game. Other games like it that I've played might be like this game are Root Note, which is on the Vita, which is like a mystery game. Like you're a dude and you get a note from someone who should be dead, but that's the mystery. Then you have to go out and figure out like what happened. It seems pretty cool. Of course we have the what am I thinking of? My brain, it's melted. Hotel Dusk and its sequel that I can't think of the name. It eludes me. I think it's like Room something. I'd have to look it up. But that's another like what happened so many years ago and you gotta figure it out. And I've also been I wanted to play this game because I've been playing Virtue's Last Reward, and that game is just garbage. I'm just gonna say it. It's garbage. There could have been a good off the wall bonkers storyline there that I'd be like ha ha ha, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool, but it's so buried under garbage dialogue, garbage character decisions. Like the character Sigma is like a horrible person. Well, like, you have these characters that are supposed to be smart and stuff, and yet then they're suddenly as dumb as bricks. And like, one that stands out is the jellyfish tank with Clover, and how she's talking about that it ate somebody or something like that, and it's like, come on. Not only that, but the fact that the character always asked, should I open the door? I'm going to open the door, counting to 3 or whatever to open the door, and it's like, you're just trying to mash the button to get past it all. And so, to torture myself even more, I started playing Zero Time Dilemma, which is just to finish the whole series off, and they decided to change the format up, and I'm not certain that I like it very much, because you can't skip unless you turn, like, skip new text on, which it's like, I'm not certain I want to do that either, so we're gonna see how that goes. I've been told by Sarat, he's a cool person. Let me see if I can get my caster up here. Yep, there you go. They were last seen playing Zero Time Dilemma, probably setting it up. That Sarat said I will absolutely throw it against the wall, which probably I will, considering I was throwing 999 against the wall and Virtue's Last Road against the wall. So anyways, Scar of the Doll, another kind of mystery visual novel thing. Let's begin. If you can't tell, I'm trying to keep myself awake, because I've been not feeling so good past couple days. September 18th, early morning. Asumi Kamijo's father's house. Answering machine message. Thank you for calling. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep! The answering machine again. I sigh frustratedly. Hey, Dad. I don't know if there's any voice acting on this or not. I don't think there is. It's, hang on. The music's really flippin' loud to me. I don't know what's flippin' loud to you, but it's flippin' loud to me. I do believe this is a remake, redo, thing of an older game that came out in Japan. What message should I leave this time? I'll leave a message. I'm just gonna say I'm on my way. This is Sumi. Still not there? Hey, Dad. Hope you're having fun somewhere in Tokyo. Is that what's happening? Anyway, your little sister is worried about you. I'm coming to Tokyo soon. When I do, please take care of me. Come on, sis. You have no idea just how worried I am. Try to be my usual self and leave a message. But I can't disguise my worry. I can't express how concerned I really feel. The anxiety is rising up in my chest. My heart is heavy. Hang up the phone. After leaving the message, I hang up the phone. I let out a sigh. I wonder how many messages I've left on my sister's phone. Has she heard any of them at all? Maybe she's been listening to them and laughing to herself at my concern. I can only hope that's the case. Recall my sister's disappearance. I have not heard from my sister since September. She's dead. My sister is 3 years older than me. She and I have always been close ever since we were children. We used to play outside every evening until it got dark. Since we were a single-parent family and my father was often abroad for work, my sister was always very special to me in so many ways. My sister goes to graduate school in Tokyo the last time we spoke on the phone. We talked about nothing really important. I can't even remember the details. Ever since that call, though, I haven't been able to reach my sister by any means. My sister has disappeared. Facing this reality, I have decided that I have to go to Tokyo to find out what happened to my sister. Today is the day I'm ready to leave. Where to leave? My sister's address is somewhere here. This is my father's study, but it isn't used much. My father works for a trading company, so he travels a lot and doesn't come home often. And there's a bug on the wall. I think it flies. Might have to murder it. But when he comes back, he's always so nice to us. Whenever he comes home, my sister and I can't wait to see him. Why are you talking to yourself? My sister's address is somewhere here. I don't know why it kind of... I don't know what this is. On the table on the kitchen there's a note on which my sister's address is. I should check out my sister's school address and her apartment address. She researches at Mikozuka Lab, affiliated to the Taito Institute of Technology. My sister's apartment... yeah. Apartment address is Hongo 6 Chome, which means street. Bunkyo-ku, Tokyo. Mustn't forget my sister's apartment's spare key, so I can wait there just in case. Got apartment spare key. It's ready. It's time to go. Go to the first floor. I know my sister's school is, and I have a spare key for her apartment. I'm good to go. Okay, that brings up the, that brings up that. Wait, what did I do? Entrance and leave. As I open the door, I feel like someone is watching me from behind. Don't do it! I look over my shoulder. What I see is a stuffed teddy bear is sitting there that has murderous intent upon its eyes. The little card just reads Asumi. Bears been precious to me since I was small. I remember my sister gave it to me. She left it by my bedside as a gift on the night of Christmas Eve. Okay, Barry, you want to see my sister too? Alright, I thought I had X-Power up. I take the toy bear and put it in my bag. I have a teddy bear! Suddenly my heart is filled with memories of my sister, and her absence constricts my chest. I simply have to find her. I know that now more than ever. Leave it last. December 18th. So I find myself heading to Tokyo on a quest to find my sister. The most unforgettable week of my life is about to begin. December 18th, I find myself on a bullet train bound for Tokyo. I gaze outside the window, watching the scenery pass me by. I think about my sister. Sis, you must have done the exact same thing 3 years ago. Remember that you look so happy and that you've been accepted to the Labyrinth to go to. Bullet train passes by the disordered buildings before reaching Tokyo Station. Sorry. Here's this answer. Nothing. Pretty confusing for me, but at least I've made it as far as Tokyo Station. Just walking about at speed, looking busy. I have no idea where to go next. Is that? Maybe it's my imagination, but in the crowd of people I catch a glimpse of a familiar figure. Is that my sister? Someone's going to be swallowed up by the crowds. I have to hurry to catch her. Of course I'm gonna go after her. Sumimasen! Chottomata kudasai! Is something the matter? Ah, sorry, my mistake. No one looked like my sister, but it appears I was mistaken. The woman quickly leaves. The odds of running across my sister in a place as crowded as this? Probably highly very likely, considering it's crowded. It's impossible. I have to keep my cool. There's so many people here. I wonder why she was the one who caught my attention. Something about her. There's something about that girl. Think of a plan. Where's my sister now? Who would think that she... You would think that she should be in her apartment. Oh, sorry. Either there or in the lab at her university. I have the spare key, so if my sister isn't there, I can let myself in. One moment I forgot to announce. There we go. Done. Pro streams, everybody. I have the spare key, so if my sister isn't there, I can let myself in. I also want to know that the lab she studies is called Mikozuka Lab. Mikozuka is probably the name of the professor in charge. I bet my sister's being kept busy with an experiment at the lab, and she hasn't been able to go home. The university might close early. Thinking this, I decided to go to the lab first, then our home. Tokyo Station to take the subway, then walk for a little while. Finally come to the university where my sister is a student. Taito Institute of Technology. I've heard of that before. Since it's winter break, I don't see many students walking around. I didn't think that the university was this big. Let me see my sister's lab, Mikozuka Lab. Where's the lab? Well, I guess I'll walk around and take a look. I'll ask. I decided to ask a student on the campus about Mikozuka Lab. There are 2 students. Who should I ask? Female student, of course. Excuse me? Yes, can I help you? Do you know where Mikozuka Lab is? Mikozuka Lab? The student looks surprised. It's not easy to find. The lab isn't on campus. What? But doesn't the lab belong to Taito Institute of Technology? Dun dun dun. Certainly the lab belongs to Taito Institute of Technology, but Mikozuka Lab is special. The plot thickens. It's entirely independent from the university. That's why the lab isn't here. It's off campus. Saying this, the female student goes on to tell me where Mikozuka Lab is located. I know now where Mikozuka Lab is located. Finally, I can go see my sister. Or not. Alright, what about Mikozuka Lab? Yes, I know about it. It's famous, you know. The lab is not on campus and the students can only be accepted by a professor's recommendation. So I've heard that the students in the lab are all the best of the best. Oh, I see. You trying to get into the postgraduate program here? No, it's my sister. She's in Mikozuka Lab. Really? That's incredible. Your sister must be some sort of genius. Not really. She's normal. Totally normal. Seeing how impressed the student is, I can only imagine how hard my sister must have studied. I feel so proud of my sister, but I also feel very distant from her at the same time. I want to see her again. Let's find out more information. It looks like there are far more male students than female here. Isn't that odd? Since this is an institute of technology, I guess it's normal for most students to be guys. Engineering is not all that popular among girls. Gee, I wonder why. You ask me though, what engineering really needs right now is a woman's sensitivity. Exactly. Basically, let's not make this a boys' club. I see, I feel in this instant that my sister would agree completely. I can totally imagine her studying her hardest, determined not to be outdone by the boys. I wouldn't think about her if I were you unless you want to die. I'm glad I could help. See you around. Thank you very much. Student leaves. What's happening to me? For some reason I feel really ill. I didn't feel anything. That was strange. I really felt like I heard a voice just now. Game. I feel a little uneasy. At least I know where the lab is located. Game. I see my sister now. Decided to follow the directions I was given and head for Mikozuka Lab. This is gonna go swimmingly. To the lab. Because it's a lab where my sister is a student. It's independent from the university and is not located on the campus. Walking away from Tito with the student technology, I find myself on empty streets. I walk these empty streets alone. Going down the only road I've ever known. Stop walking. Nobody's here in the alley except me, but I hear the sound of footsteps. Strange. Speak out loud as to ease my fear. I look around, but no one is visible anywhere I look. I'm probably just oversensitive because I'm feeling so nervous. No, you're never oversensitive. It's no wonder really it's so deathly quiet here. Turning a corner, I'm suddenly confronted by a tall building. A wild Mikuzuka lab attacks. The building looks more like a major research center than a simple university laboratory. They're probably doing unethical secret experiments here. Shadowed by a high wall, the building is also guarded by a security guard at the gate. This is incredible. I can't believe this is just a university laboratory. My sister is studying here. Dun dun dun. Scary music. Scary, ominous music. My sister is studying in this building. I open the door of Mikuzuka Lab. Is my sister really here? A strange thrill of nervousness runs down my spine. Proceed to the laboratory first floor. I'm wondering why they give me a choice if this is the only choice. First, I should go to the administration office and ask about my sister there. You'll never see your sister ever again. Let's check the notice board first. Okay, but thou must. There are only 2 staff members working in the administration office. And the rear is an older woman who seems to be in charge. I approach the man at the front of the office and ask him about my sister. May I help you? Yes, my name is Asumi Kamijo. My sister's a student here and today I've come to see her. The man gives me a strange look. His name tag reads Assistant Tanabu. Excuse me. What was your name again? Kamijo. So your sister's name would also be Kamijo. Yes? Yes, of course. The man's attitude is starting to irritate me. He's the one who works here. Doesn't he know the students? There's no student here by the name of Kamijo. Dun dun dun! This Tanabu man is speaking nonsense. For a moment I am at a loss as to what to say. Huh? What do you mean? There is no Kamijo here. There are 7 students in Mikuzuka Lab. But none is called Kamijo. Maybe you got the wrong lab. No, I'm sure this is it. I've heard her say she's a student at Mikuzuka Lab. That's why I came here. Please take another look. She has to be on the list. No, you're supposed to be looking for a black lab, not a chocolate lab. I'm afraid that isn't possible. I know every student here. There's no way I could be mistaken. It is possible that your sister may have graduated some time ago. No, she's in the first year of the doctorate course. Well, I don't know what to tell you. She's simply not a student here. This is ridiculous. I've never anticipated this response. Maybe this man is lying. Maybe he just doesn't want to help me out. No, that would be even more ridiculous. Is it not possible that she's a student at another lab? No, I'm sure it's Mikozuka Lab. I don't know then. Oh. Might as well save it. Well, I missed something. It's not on the thing. I didn't expect this. My sister isn't a student at this lab, and she lied to me. It's too early to come to any conclusions. I've only spoken to a single administrative officer. Time to find someone else to ask. There must be someone in charge here, a professor who runs the lab. The admin staff may not know, but surely the teachers will know about my sister. I look at the building map and see that the teaching staff offices are on the second floor. So wait, there's this whole building and only 7 people work there. Or like, there's only 7 students there. Well, I mean, maybe she works there and isn't a student. The offices of the professor and the assistant professor are on the second floor. Student rooms are on the 3rd. Let's check the notice board. Professor Takashiro Mikozuka. Assistant Professor Kenji Haibara. Assistant Naoyoshi Tanabu. Technician Susumu Kanematsu. Secretary Maiko Mizukoshi. Doctoral program students. Nobuaki Shina. Fukutaro Kakizaki. Akira Ichinose. Master's program students. Kaori Hayashitani. Yasuhiko Funabashi. Seiichi Yumino. D stands for doctorate students who are studying to earn a PhD. And M stands for masters. The number of D and M indicates the year of the student. My sister is in the first year of the doctoral program, so she would be a D1. But her name is not on the list. That is strange. I wonder if it's some sort of oversight. The offices of the professor and the assistant professor are on the 2nd floor. And the students' rooms are on the 3rd. Go elsewhere. The 2nd floor. The offices of the professor and the assistant professor are on the 2nd floor. And the student rooms are on the 3rd. Student rooms, maybe my sister will be there. Go to the student rooms. The door is locked. Only registered students can enter. Next to the door, there's a device to enter a key code. I push the 4-digit code here, the door will open. Students' rooms are on the 3rd floor. Even if my sister isn't there right now, I could ask the other students. I might get some information about her. If only I knew the access code. Maybe I should just try entering numbers at random. It's worth a shot. Just I'm about to start pushing numbers at random. I hear a voice from behind. Excuse me. Kind of looking back, I see a woman who looks like she works here. Excuse me, but the 3rd floor is the students' labs. Unauthorized entry is prohibited. It seems odd that I can't go to the students' rooms. Somehow I feel like something's wrong, but I have no choice. I abandon the idea for now. The woman disappears into Professor Mikozuka's office on the 2nd floor. She might be his secretary. Seems the best thing to do will be to follow my original plan and see the professor. Go to the professor. Alright, I need a drink. Got some tea here. The label on the door reads Professor Mikozuka. He's in charge of this lab. Hope you're not tired of hearing the name Mikozuka. Knock on the door. Knock on the door of the Professor Mikozuka's office. Yes, please come in. I hear a woman's voice coming from within the room when I enter the professor's office. I'm Maiko Mizukoshi, Professor Mikozuka's secretary. I'm Asumi Kamijo. Nice to meet you. The professor's away at a conference, but I'm happy to help you in any way I can. Maiko Mizukoshi is the professor's secretary. This is her space. Trying to see what computer that is. Is that a Mac? Probably a Mac. Looks like a Mac. Must be a Mac. And the ominous music is gone. Now we're in happy music. Ask about my sister. Excuse me, can I ask you some questions? Ah yes, you're the one who's here to see your sister, yes? Did you just read my mind? Oh, you heard? I'm psychic. Yes, I had a call from the admin office. They told me you might come up and see me. But as the staff may have told you already, there's only 7 students at Mikozuka Lab. I'm sure there must have been some sort of misunderstanding. The answer is the same here, but my sister isn't here. But that's impossible! Seeing how disappointed I am, Maiko calls out to me again. If you'd like, why don't you tell me everything? I know a coffee shop nearby. Let's talk in the coffee shop. I told Maiko all about my sister. That is strange. But I can certainly tell you that you are Cthulhu tongue. I can certainly tell you that you are sincere in what you say. I've been working here for 5 years ever since I graduated from high school. If your sister had been here, I would have known her. But I have never heard of anyone by that name. Really? I don't know what to think. This is all so confusing. Maiko sits silently thinking for a while. Maybe she's just attended a few classes in her lab. Is that possible? No, she definitely said that she was a student registered at Mikozuka Lab. She's supposed to be in the first year of the doctorate course. Have you taken a look at the student list on the first floor? Yeah, I have actually. If you've seen that, you'd know that there is only one D1 student in Mikozuka Lab right now. D1? Oh, sorry, D1 means the first year of the doctorate course. So, here's what my thing I'm thinking of. If she actually went to the Taito Institute of Technology for her grad and undergrad degree, ask those people if they remember her. Because if she went for the grad and undergrad degree, then why isn't she here in the doctorate program? But if she never went to Taito University in the first place, if she was supposed to go there, if she had got her grad and undergrad somewhere else, well, there goes that. Apparently I just looked over at my calendar and today is the summer solstice. It is officially summer. Fuck summer. I hate summer. Anyways, oh sorry, D1 means the first year of the doctorate course. His name is Ichinose. He was only a new doctorate student who entered this year. That's why I know you must have your wires crossed. I have to see this Ichinose since he's the same year as my sister. Maybe tomorrow. Feeling quite ill all of a sudden, I drop my head onto the table. Maiko looks at me anxiously, but it seems she doesn't know what to say. Well, what could she say? Even I don't understand the situation. It's so confusing. I may have misunderstood. Even though I say that I know I haven't. Think calmly about the situation. My sister said that she's a student at Miko's lab. I know this lab exists. Therefore, she must be there. It's so simple. But is she a student at the lab? And what does this particular lab study? But my sister isn't there. What does this mean? Maiko might not be lying, and the sister might not be lying. I'll just stop thinking about it. Make a conscious effort to stop thinking about it, and out of my head trying to stay positive. To watch me for a while, Maiko opens her mouth to speak. Shall we go? I finally pull myself together. Thank you for your time. No problem at all. We leave the cafe and return to the main entrance of the Mikozuka lab. And yes, I know I'm calling it the Mikozuka lab. I have to get back to work. Please feel free to come back if you get any new information. Yes, thank you very much. Leave the coffee shop. We leave the cafe. Michael and I part ways in front of Mikozuka lab. If she's not at the lab, then there's only one place I can go. My sister's apartment. The main exit. I really hadn't expected this. I thought she'd be here at the lab, and that I could meet her. Sister must be in her apartment. I must head there. What was the address again? Hongo 6 Chome? I'm about to leave the building. I noticed a student doing the same. The student is a large man. He has not noticed me, and he looks creepy as fuck. Because this looks like they painted it instead of like taking an actual photo of someone's face. Student might know, I don't want to go near that guy. I mean, look at what he's wearing. I don't even think clothing like that exists. I have no choice. Excuse me, do you have a moment? I call it. The man looks back at me surprised. What is this music? Besides MIDI. Ew. Ow. Receiving Skakizaki. I think I remember that. He's a student, right? Receiving such an odd response from a person I'm meeting for the first time. I'm flummoxed. But how? How can you be here? Arg, stay back. Keep away from me. The man yells out in terror, then turns and runs. So our sister is dead, and maybe he killed her. And then the lab covered it up. What on earth was that all about? How incredibly rude. I shouldn't have bothered calling out to him. Glancing down, I noticed something that looks a bit like an exam paper. Looks like the student dropped it in his panic as he ran away. The name on the paper is Second Year Doctoral Course Fukutaro Kakizaki. He's a doctorate student in the second year, so 1 year ahead of my sister. But why on earth did he panic so much when he saw me? What does he think I am? Gathering myself together, I head for my sister's apartment. To the north, there is a narrow alley leading to Mikozuka lab. This narrow, deserted alley, for some reason, it makes me feel nervous. I need to get out of here. And back to somewhere more densely populated and open. To the Ginkgo lined street. Might as well go to the apartment. Hongo 6 Chome. This is it. This is my sister's apartment. Leaving the main street and heading south will lead to my sister's apartment. To my sister's apartment. Searching for her address, I walk on, growing more nervous with each step I take. Will my sister be there? In her apartment? This is it. Finally, I found the apartment. My sister's apartment in Tokyo. It is the new prefab building. This is my sister's apartment, room number 202, is it? She wasn't at Mikozuka Lab, she must be here. Or not. Trying to keep calm, I climb the stairs. I'm standing in front of the apartment where my sister lives. The nameplate on the door says Kamijo. This is most definitely her apartment. After what happened at the lab, part of me doubted I would find this apartment here. But just as my sister told me, the apartment exists. I'm just gonna open the door with the spare key. I'm the sister, goddammit. Because if there's somebody in there, I need to catch them in the act. Decide to open the door with my spare key. Spare key fits the keyhole. When I turn it, I can hit a lock disengage. The key my sister left me is for this apartment, then. No shit! That's the key to her apartment. There's no doubt my sister was living in this apartment. But whenever I called here, my sister didn't answer. Why is that? She's dead. Reining in my anxiety, I turn the doorknob. The door opens. Enter apartment. Oh, as for Root Note, I would love to stream it, but A, I don't have a capture card, and B, the PS TV I have hasn't had its firmware updated for the reason of the fact that I can't play my Dragon Quest Builders on it if I do that, because I'm using some semi-custom firmware to actually update the the thing that says that you can play it on the Vita. Because like most Vita games you can play on the PS TV, but they say that they can't play on the TV for whatever reason, so I've kind of updated that. Which is why if I update it, it'll break that, and I don't want that, because I like to sit and use my controller to play my games. So either I get another PS TV to stream it, or they update the custom firmware thingy, and then I just need a capture card. Unless they put Root Note on Steam, which is a possibility because it's a Vita game, and it seems that porting from Vita to PC is like really easy because there's a lot of Vita games that are now on the PC. Anyways, let's enter the apartment. I'm not gonna blame the music for being MIDI because, as I said, this was an older game that they kind of remade for modern PCs. With expectation and anxiousness, I look around my sister's apartment. It's an ordinary apartment, kitchen, prefab, bathroom, and a simple bedroom. And of course, no one is here. She's not here either. Why? What happened to her? Where is she now? She's dead. Let's check the phone. The only messages recorded here are ones left by me. You have 8 new messages. Hello, this is Sumi. I've arrived at Tokyo Station now. Well, I'm headed to your lab. Then after that, I will go to your apartment. I hope you'll let me stay there tonight. If you're not there, I'll let myself in the spare key. If you're listening to this now, please pick up the phone. You're already dead, aren't you? I look back startled. The messages are all as I left them. It's completely fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I know I have a... Damn it. Come on, Onkbot. Oh, that's... There it is. Hello, Slaxon. And my commands aren't working for some reason. Did it connect? It did not connect. There we go. It's fine. Everything is fine. If anyone asks, my name is Lars Garhart, and I was never here. I don't know when you popped in, but the premise of this game is that we were going to visit our sister, who works at a really upper crust laboratory for Tato the Institute of Technology. Only when we get here, our sister isn't returning our calls, and nobody knows who she is, or she hasn't really... They said that she wasn't a student at the lab. Also, we've been hearing, like, ominous voices. Like, she's already dead, and if I keep pursuing this, I'm going to die. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna pursue this. I know I've heard it. Something's very odd indeed. It's not fine. Let's listen to the messages again. Listen to the messages again. My voice on the tape sounds like a completely different person. If you are listening to this now, please pick up the phone. The final message, which I thought I just heard, doesn't play. Of course. Maybe I was just hearing things. Exhaustion can lead to all sorts of hallucinations. Or, you know, like you're being haunted. Suddenly scared, I decided to delete all the messages. The sound of the tape rewinding is all that can be heard in the deafening silence. Is that my imagination? I really thought I heard something. After listening to the messages on the answering machine, I pushed the delete button and erased all the messages. Standing there all alone, I think about the reasons for my sister's disappearance. Ominous Voices is the name of my Rob Zombie cover band, Slaxon says. That sounds like a really good name for a cover band. Today, December 18th, I left my parents' house. And I went to the lab where my sister's a student, and to my sister's apartment. The name of the lab is Mikozuka Lab, Tato Institute of Technology. Mikozuka Lab is in a building a short way from Tato campus. That's an indisputable fact. Mikozuka Lab exists. My sister told me that she was a student at Mikozuka Lab and that the lab certainly exists. My sister did not lie. My sister... must have been kidnapped. I'm gonna go with that. Unlike some other streamers, puns are certainly welcome here. Hashtag jokes. The natural conclusion to reach is that my sister has been taken by someone. But if so, then who? Someone from the lab. Someone from the lab. They must have kidnapped my sister. But that's ridiculous. Nonetheless, there's something odd about Mikozuka Lab. It's so strange that no one there knows my sister. Except for Kakizaki, who seemed to react very strangely and think that we're probably our sister and that we could not possibly be alive. Probably because he killed her, or something. Or know who killed her. Yes, tomorrow I must go back and search the lab carefully. I'm getting tired from all this stress. I probably shouldn't worry so much. We seem to be very insistent that Mikozuka Lab exists and is not a figment of our drug-addled imagination. Well, we actually went there, or at least the place that said it was Mikozuka Lab, and talked to some people that said that they worked there, so either they've covered up the fact that someone went missing, or that our sister might have gone somewhere that's not the actual lab location. Then again, if she's working on her doctorate, she probably knows exactly where the lab should be. And that's where the mystery deepens. Then again, we could be a figment of our drug-addled imagination. I should get some rest and try again tomorrow. Oh, shit. All of a sudden I hear a noise. It takes me a while to realize that the unfamiliar sound is the apartment's doorbell. Okay, so now our sister hasn't been in our apartment for a while, which is why we went here. So who could be at the door? Someone's here. Why would she ring her own doorbell before entering? Alternatively, this could be a complete Tyler Durden situation. I don't know, Mav, I just got here. I don't know the Tyler Durden situation. Yeah, there's just like our sister disappears. People who are supposed to know that she was there don't know even anything about her. And if she is going into her own apartment, why would she ring her own doorbell? I mean, the only time I ever like knock on the door to my own place is if I have my hands full and I know somebody's there and I want them to open the door so I'm not dropping stuff everywhere. That's my immediate thought. But if it's my sister, then why would she ring the doorbell onto her own home? I just stated that. Oh, Fight Club. That's like, she is her sister. I haven't seen Fight Club. I'm familiar with the twist though, that like the guy basically talks to himself and he's like two people at once. Sure what to do at standstill, waiting for the person at the door to make the next move. The doorbell does not ring again. Is the person still there? Open the door! In the silent room, the only noise is the low hum of the refrigerator. I have to do something, but what? Open the door! Oh shit! I jumped the courage and opened the door. A larger man is standing there. Perhaps because I opened the door so suddenly he looks shocked. You! Yeah, it's that guy, Kakizaki. He's the guy who ran away as soon as he saw me back at the lab. His name is Kakizaki, a second year in the doctorate course at Mikozuka Lab. Kakizaki's face is twitching. He looks flushed, and he is covered in sweat. He looks beside himself with fear and agitation. Maybe someone is chasing him, or maybe he's going to kill us. I'm going to put my money on going to kill us. Spooked by the odd appearance of my sudden visitor, I try to close the door. Yeah, he probably is bringing cake. But just then, Kakizaki speaks. Ask for help from Mr. Shina. He will help you. Mr. Shina? On the 3rd floor of the lab. Kakizaki speaks of each word requires a tremendous effort from him. His eyes look bloodshot, but also teary. Stay off of kids, drugs! I'm just gonna go with that. Stay off of kids, drugs. I don't know what, but I can tell that in his own way he is trying to tell me something. My eyes meet his. I can see no madness there, but only tenderness. I should ask Mr. Shina for help? Then looking relieved, Kakizaki nods, and he takes a note from his pocket and hands it to me. Involuntarily, I take it from him. At the same time, Kakizaki turns and leaves. Hey, wait a minute. I can hear his footsteps as he reaches the bottom of the stairs, and he sprints away into the night. It seems clear that someone must be following him. After a while, I realize that I am still clutching the note that he gave me. Look down at the note written in a roughly scrawled handwriting. The note Kakizaki left has a number written on it. Got key code 0268. Four-digit code. Where have we seen that before? I assume this number can be used somewhere. And ask Mr. Shina for help. What does that mean? Kakizaki looked like he was running away from someone. I am concerned about him. But I realize I can hardly afford to worry about others. Oh, I see you there, Nightbot. I see you're actually starting to work. Nightbot's been slacking off the past couple of streams, so... My mind is assaulted by worries on all sides, but I have no one in whom I can confide. Standing alone and frightened in this small apartment, I cannot picture my sister living here. Somehow she feels awfully distant from me, all of a sudden. However, the sense of loss also gives me a renewed determination. I was not tenacious enough when I was at Mikozuka Lab today. I will return tomorrow! Whatever the others may think of me, I must uncover the truth and find my sister. Go to sleep. And I sleep in my sister's bed because, you know, she's not going to probably need it ever again. My first day in Tokyo is over! Tired beyond belief, I collapse onto the bed that might be haunted. Despite my fatigue, though, I cannot fall asleep right away. I never anticipated anything like this. Blood of Durham, blood of Durham, blood of Durham. Okay. Just what has happened to my sister? Oh, Asumi, how strange. Asumi, what on earth are you doing here? What am I doing? I've been worried sick about you. You haven't returned any of my calls. Ha ha ha, you're right. I forgot to call you back. I'm so sorry, Asumi, but I'm glad you're here. Haunted beds are the best. Now I can show you all around Tokyo. Well, you better. I was so worried, sis. Sis? My imagination creates a conversation between my sister and me, with her imaginary words echoing in my mind. I fall asleep on the haunted bed. Am I dreaming? Oh! Different kind of weird music. Somebody is standing with their back to me. But I can't remember. Who is it? Probably your sister. This is a dream. I don't like it. I feel a little sick. I've had this dream a lot recently. Sorry, I'm jamming out to the music. It's like sleeping with a friend without all that pesky them needing to use the blankets. Exactly! And sometimes when you wake up, you're floating over your bed. Like you're sleeping on a cloud. Dreaming, which I am fully aware that I am dreaming. I want to wake up now. Who is that? Someone I have met. No, it's not just that. It's someone very special to me. Okay, what is with this music and this scene? I mean, the music's nice, but does it really fit this scene? Is it my sister? Dun dun dun. Are you my sister? If so, please turn around. Please don't get me worried. A woman with long hair is standing with her back towards me. It's very dark. A very dark place. She's fat? Is she? Or is she pregnant? Crouching a little, she seems to be struggling to support the weight of her own body. Well, I guess we're gonna have to talk to her. What's making you suffer so much? If there's anything I can do, please let me know. Let me see your face. Hey, why won't you ever turn to face me? Cause you got that spooky face with like the empty eye sockets and the open gaping mouth. You probably don't want to see it. You are someone special. You are someone special to me. You are, aren't you? Please let me see your face. The one with long hair slowly begins to move her heavy body. And very slowly, she turns around. Look at the woman's face. Okay, I was right about the eyes, but not the mouth. Terrible scream. Cannot tell if the scream came from my own mouth or from the woman in the dream. I wake up covered in sweat. Open my eyes. Beep. December 19th. If it's December, I assume it's gonna be cold outside. Or cool, at least. As soon as I wake up, I head for Mikozuka Lab. It's the only place I can think of that might hold the secret of my sister's disappearance. Yeah, she's just happy to see you. So happy, in fact, that her eyes have decided to leave their place in the skull and take a vacation. I'm sorry, that just wasn't scary to me. I'm just not scared by, like, empty sockets anymore. Last night a student named Kakizaki gave me a note with the key code written on it. That should allow me to go to the 3rd floor of the lab. Maybe some of the students there can tell me something that will help me out. Maybe the one called Sheena might hold the key. To the lab! In the main street there seems to be some sort of commotion. Oh, he dead. What's going on? Something happened? People are pointing and looking in the direction of the subway. Hey, what's going on? I don't know, someone said something about an accident in the subway. Accident, air quotes. Really? What happened to the person? Who knows? Feeling strangely at ease, I pick my way through the crowd to the subway station. Fatal accident, of course. Nobody said it was fatal, but we're just going to assume that. Hey, did you hear? Someone tried to commit suicide by jumping in front of a train. Yeah, I was just heading to the ticket gate when it happened. So did the person who jumped survive? Are you crazy? Of course not. The driver must have hit the brakes, but there's no way to stop the train. Suicide by jumping in front of a train. I wonder why they did it. Don't know. I think it'll be hard to even identify who it was in that state. Suicide. An unidentified body. Those ominous words clatter around my head. Could it be? My sis. No, it's Kakizaki. To the station. Hongo subway station is nearing the end of the rush hour and is crowded with students and onlookers. The police are there, and no one can go through the ticket gate. I may be able to go through if I say the dead person might be a member of my family. Let's talk to the police. I can't leave here not knowing my sister is missing, and for all I know, her body could be here. I have to see the body. I have to put my mind at ease. Excuse me? Yes, may I help you? The police officer seems to have realized from my expression that I am not a mere onlooker. The officer listens to me attentively. The person who committed suicide, it might be a member of my family. The voice fades almost entirely to nothingness as I speak. If it turns out that what I'm saying is true, then my heart feels constricted. I feel an odd pressure in my chest. Please, come this way. As I go through the ticket gate, crowds of people gaze at me. A murmur of excitement can be heard coming through the throng. Yes. The police officer returns apparently with permission from the officer in charge. Could you wait here for just a little while? Or for just a while. I'm led into what appears to be some sort of staff room. After waiting a while, I see two people emerge after answering some questions. Oh, I still can't believe it. I've never taken the front carriage ever again. I just know I'm going to see this in my dreams tonight. Me too. I wish I hadn't seen anything. Please, come this way. Brace yourself. Then I see the body. Look at the dead body! Look at it! Look at the dead body! Isn't it cute? It's still twitching. Look at it twitch. I feel so uneasy, so nervous. I've never felt like this before. My sister would never kill herself. She's always been the one to keep my spirits up. Are you okay? If you're ready, then. Prepare thyself. They're probably going to show the goriness. I'm ready. Finally, I see the body. It looks like a black void. Oh. The body is so badly damaged by the impact that it maintains no semblance of its former shape. But clearly this is not my sister. The body is very badly damaged, but I can tell that it is male. I don't know how, but... No, I don't think it's her. It's not my sister. Your sister? Then it's definitely not her. This is a male body. Even though it has no semblance of looking even human, we can just kind of tell. You look to be so certain about the body. I thought you had a suicide note or something. Trying my hardest not to vomit, I take another look at the body. But this is... It looks a lot like... This looks like someone I met yesterday. Kakizaki. Called it. Instinctively, I cover my mouth. It's hard to stop from vomiting. The horrible, disfigured face is telling me something. I feel like I have met this man. Remember! That's it. I remember now. This is the guy who got frightened when he saw me and gave me the key code yesterday. This is Kakizaki from the doctorate program. I mean, it looks like him, but I have no proof at all. I mean, he's wearing, like, an almost neon yellow shirt, a green polka dot tie, and almost a neon green, like, blazer. That's kind of something the way you could tell it's him. I don't think anybody else is gonna wear that. What's more, the body is badly disfigured, and I only met Kakizaki yesterday. Unbelievable. The dead man looks like the guy I met yesterday. From this point on, Asumi's choices may lead to unfortunate consequences for her, and the game may end. It's recommended that you save frequently and that you maintain several save files. Well, we got the password, so might as well go back to the lab. Mikazuka Lab. Are you supposed to change the picture? Cause like, proceed to the entrance gate. There we go. So quiet around the building, and it seems like no one is here. This lab is only used by a select handful of researchers and students. Among those people, there must be someone who knows the truth, someone who can help me. Let's go to the incinerator, only because that option just seems randomly out of place. And let's search it, because that seems like the right thing to do. Yeah, I decided to search the incinerator. Inside the incinerator, it is dark, deeper than I expected. I cannot even see the bottom. Let's go behind the incinerator. There's a small kitten hiding near the back of the incinerator. Hey, kitty! Kitten looks hungry. Somebody must be feeding it, but maybe they're not around. Wish I had something to give it. I want the blood of the unborn, the kitten says. I'll look for something to give the kitten. No, that's right. I brought some milk at the convenience store. Drink it myself. Get the milk to the kitten. I need a plate. Crying for a plate. So I hope there's a plate near the tap. Wait a bit, kitty, little kitty. Pour the milk I bought at the convenience store into the plate. There you go. The kitten walks up and starts to drink the milk happily. Yosh yosh. Good, good. It's just a little thing, but it makes me happy. That kitten's probably gonna save our ass later. It's so quiet around the building, and it seems no one is here. This lab is only used by a select handful of researchers and students. Among these people, there must be someone who knows the truth, someone who can help me. First floor. Offices of the professor and the assistant professor on the second floor. And the student rooms are on the third. Staff, assistants. Oh, Kakizaki's name's still on there. I've already gone through this. Alright, let's enter the code and see what's behind the door. Oh, 268. This is the only security measure. As soon as I enter the right code, the door swings open. Now I can head up to the third and fourth floors of the lab. Student rooms are on the third floor. Well, Sheena is a doctoral 3, so let's talk with Sheena. Let's talk with Kakizaki, even though we know he's dead. Well, it looks like Sheena likes Dell computers. This is a space used by Sheena, the third-year doctoral student. I'm going to introduce myself. Excuse me, can I bother you for a moment? Call out to the student intent at his computer. As the man turns around, I can see that his face is deathly pale. He doesn't take his eyes off me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Man, there is something weird going on here. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Shina seems almost to choke on his own breath, but he quickly recovers his equilibrium. This is the space used by Shina, the third-year doctoral yes. Well, let's ask a question. Might as well ask about the sister. Wonder if you can help me. My sister is supposed to be a D1 student at this lab. Do you know anything about her? I see confusion in Sheena's eyes, and I wait for his answer, silently praying he can help me. I don't know your sister. He turns back to his computer. I don't think I'm going to get any information from him. He's hiding something. Does he know something about my sister's disappearance? This is the space used by Sheena, blah 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 blah. Show an item. He's been here the longest of all the students, and there are papers and diagrams everywhere. Let's badger him again. Or let's ask about the lab. Can you tell me a little bit about this lab? She glances me, a look of vexation on his face. A very strange response. I can't help you, ask someone else. Turn away from me, she returns from work. Sheena lies face down on his desk. He refuses to answer. The person is so rude, he won't say anything to me. Let's go to the third floor hallway. I thought I had an item. But no one is here right now. Kakizaki is, having a nice little nap on the subway tracks. Might as well introduce ourselves. Hello, I'm Ichinose. I am in the first year of the doctoral college here. Clearly uninterested in me, he replies to me brusquely. But this man is supposed to be in the same year as my sister. This is a space used by Ichinose, the first year doctoral student. Were you the only student in your year in this lab from the very beginning? Yes, that's right. This whole time I've been here, there have been no other students in my year. Why did you come to this lab? For just a split second, Ichinose looks annoyed by my follow-up question. But I can't worry about that. I have to know. It's been exactly 2 years since I came here. 2 years? Wouldn't that be make you a doctor at 2? Second year? Which means I came here in the middle of the first year of the master's course. Okay. That makes sense. When you entered 2 years ago, you were only a student in your year, yes? What I'm really asking is, was my sister in your year? Your sister, as I said before, she was not. But before I came here, there might have been another student in my year. She says something quite unexpected. Are you saying there might have been a student in your year before you came here? That's a possibility is all. I wasn't here, so I couldn't possibly know, even though I was in the master's program. But even if there had been a student here in my year before I arrived, wouldn't it be just decide if that student were your sister? He's right. I have been in touch with my sister until very recently. Even if there was a student in this lab prior to him, that was 2 years ago. It couldn't be her. Or could it? Anyway, if you want to know about... sorry. Want to know about those days, speak to Mr. Sheena or Mr. Kakizaki, who's dead. This is space blah blah blah. Let's ask about him. Oh wait, that's what we asked. I'm gonna be taking a break in a few minutes. Because I am hungry and I need food. So, be prepared. Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to ask. I see. I tell her my story and explain that I am here to find my sister. She knows he seems to be listening carefully, nodding as I speak. That is strange, isn't it? Excuse me. Now I have the hiccups. Mr. Ichinose, my sister said she was in the first year of the doctoral course here. And you're in the same year. Do you know anything that might help me? Are you absolutely sure she said Mikuzuka Lab? I mean, she could have said Mikuzoka Lab. After you listened to me so carefully, I thought he would help. What a disappointment. This is the space used by Ichinose. You are such a disappointment. This space is used by Funabashi, a second-year student in the master's program. Hello, my name is Funabashi. I am the second year of the master's course in this lab. They like to repeat a lot of text, don't they? Master's course? It's the most basic course for postgraduate students. In my year, there's another student whose name is Kaori Hayashitani. What do you know about this lab? I like it here. It's a space, blah blah blah. I don't have an item. Kaori. Wait a minute. You're the person I saw on the street. Kaori Hayashitani. The only female student in the lab. She smiles at me. I suddenly realize I know her. She looks familiar. I've met her somewhere, but where? Miss Kaori, this may sound like a strange question, but yes. Have we met before? No, I don't think so. Have we? No, I suppose not. I don't know why, but I can't help feel like I've met you somewhere before. But I must be mistaken. After all, it's my first time here in this lab. Are you alright? Oh, I'm fine. Just deja vu, I guess. We met her in the street. You mistook her for your sister. Supposed to probably sound pretty ridiculous. Everybody works hard here. We research until late at night. You do too? Yes, I often find myself here until very late at night. It all sounds very difficult. My sister said that too. She stayed up all night conducting experiments. What kind of research are you conducting? Oh, are you interested? Well, it's all a bit hard for me to understand. I'm just wondering what it is that keeps you so engrossed. This blah blah. Don't have an item. Come on, controller, work with me. And finally, Yumino. Another first year master's student. Man, he looks like he's 12 or something. First year master program. First year, does that make you the same age as me? Well, how old are you? I'm 22. Yes, so we are the same age. Why are you so nervous? I'm worried about my cat. My cat is near the incinerator, but I have an experiment today, so I can't take care of her. You mean to the fisherman, blah blah. I tell you know how here I came with my sister. You know this to me intently from the beginning of my story to the very end. Is that so? Well, I don't know anything, especially me. I'm only the first year. I've only been to the lab for a few months. He looks uneasy. He seems timid and fairly naive. He tells me he's worried about a stray cat, which hangs out in the incinerator. First year's math students here, blah blah. Alright, I don't have any items, so let's go to the 4th floor? As I climb the stairs to the fourth floor, I notice something shining. Take a closer look. Did something just shine? Ominous music plays. Was the sunlight reflecting off of something? For just a moment I thought I saw something flash down the end of the hallway. Search the area. After carefully searching around the garbage tin, I find what it was that was glinting in the sun. Looks like an old locket made of silver. Maybe somebody dropped it. Pick up the locket. The locket is old and has been dulled by time, but it still has an elegant patina of quality. I'm sure this was precious to someone. Did someone drop it? Open locket. The application of a little strength, the locket opens. Inside the locket there's a picture of a young woman. It's our sister! Well, it's our sister's locket, so it's a picture of me! When was my picture taken? Yesterday while I was here? Who took my picture? It's locked for now. I opened it because I was curious, but I feel a bit guilty now. Yay, we have an item! Or we can speak to Kanematsu, the technician. But I'm gonna take a break now. So I'm gonna call it a stream. I don't know how long I'm taking a break for. Gotta eat and stuff, so I'm gonna go post next when I'm gonna be streaming. Probably maybe later today. Today's Wednesday, right? Yes. Boop. I think I have Rainwave playing somewhere.